Having finished the Avatar of War for the Eldari, decided that we're going to stay in the larger single-piece unit theme and go back to the Space Marines and build a couple of Dreadnoughts. I have here two of the older Contemptor Dreadnoughts, as well as one of the new Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought. The Contemptor's an older kit. Got options for multi-melta, assault cannon, and then of course power claw on the one hand. And then the Redemptor is one of their easy to build kits, but also means you're limited in options to an assault cannon and the power claw. All in all, build-wise, you got some really nice detail in these kits. It's a shame all that detail is going to get buried underneath the cowling, but you got some nice detail. Excellent opportunities for weathering. And, we'll get started here. All right, this stage, as you can see, basic construction on all three Dreadnoughts is finished. The Primaris Redemptor is quite a bit larger than its Contemptor counterparts. Decided to go with assault cannons on all three of them. Next stop at this stage will be base coat of paint. Okay, at this point, gone in, hand-painted a coat of Vallejo dark gray primer. I still need to touch up some areas on the Primaris Dreadnought. Contemptor Dreadnoughts are looking good. Once I get this on, I'm going to need to let it sit for a bit, and then we'll start with some color. Okay, moving to the next step with the Dreadnoughts. As you can see, I've gone in with Citadel's Lead Belcher and dry brushed the entire miniature. I've separated the two halves of the Primaris Dreadnought mostly just for ease of painting. Now it's time to start turning these into Hellhounds. All right. After several delays actually getting things finished and recorded, went in, did the detail painting, did some final weathering. I apologize for not showing more of the step-by-step, but the Hellhounds Dreadnoughts are now done. What we've got here are the completed Contemptor Dreadnoughts and the Primaris Dreadnought. As you can see, that Primaris Dreadnought is considerably larger than his predecessors. Went in, picked out the chest ribbon on this one and the chest eagle on that one in brass. Picked out the small rockets on the Invictus Dreadnought with brass and then coated them in transparent red. On this one, I did the ribbon in more of a bone color and then hit it with the transparent red. The eyes were picked out on the two Contemptors in red. Now, while I didn't drill out the barrels, as you can see, I painted them in, and for the sake of the illusion, it works just fine. The shoulders and boots were painted, well, boot, lower left leg in the case of the Dreadnoughts, were painted in gray. And then I hand painted in the Hellhound chapter emblems on all 3 dreadnoughts. What I did here is I lined out where the head was going to be. Then I painted in the red and then painted in the rest of the Hellhound emblem. Like I said, some little details were picked out in bone and other colors. Then given a Agrax Earthshade wash. I also did the same thing, you know, the Earthshade wash on the, for lack of a better term, smokestacks. Just to help them look a little more weathered. There's a lot of blue showing through on this guy. Maybe it was originally supposed to be an Ultramarines Dreadnought and then got transferred. The flamer unit down here was done in brass with an Agrax Earthshade wash. The bases were coated with PVA glue and then just some regular sand like I've been doing on most of these. Now, to give you an idea of the scale of these dreadnoughts in comparison to their more or less living brethren, we have the Master of the Hounds, and as you can see, he is rather dwarfed by them, just like the Contemptors are dwarfed by their brother. Very happy with how these guys turned out. And before I start rambling, I'm going to stick some stills at the end of this. And thank you all for watching.